I'm just going.
Thank you for the yes. No worries. I got you, dude. Got you, dude. Restarts. Okay.
I don't got the Twitch streaming shit thing. What the?
Yeah, I saw you, or what you call it? You
Nagusta.
went live while I was asleep. How dare you, Mimiko? I missed the
Well,
stream.
it's okay. It's okay. It was like me writing Alesta's 500 Twitch goal, the meme book, right?
Oh right,
Yeah. So basically, he's a cat boy. We gave him a golf mommy in there. It's fan service.
Yo, I sent it again. I had to restart the whole thing. So let me know if you got it. No.
I'm gonna cry if it doesn't come in. Hold on.
Maybe it doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
Okay, you know what? If it doesn't work, then fuck this shit. Where I see it, I had to open a new tab. Hold on. Maybe this works. Maybe this works.
Oh
Am I
my
in?
fucking god.
Am I
Okay,
in?
yeah. Yes, we good.
We good. We good. How do I turn off the audio thingy? Do I unmute it with audio? How do I do it? Oh, okay. Are we good now? Are we good now?
Yeah.
Mute
All good.
audio. Mute
Alrighty,
audio.
guys. Sorry for the scuff. But yeah, we'll be continuing. It Takes Two. We're in Rose's room. I'm guessing this is chapter 3. Joined by our wonderful co-host, Destiny Aitsuji, aka
Hello.
Chibi.
Yay.
Say hi, Chibi.
Hi.
So yeah, we'll go ahead and start right now. Today, I think due to Pride Month, we'll be switching genders. I'll be the wife now. Wait, why am I playing with keyboard? Hold on. What the fuck?
Wait. And the scuff continues, guys. We're not. It's not over.
No. It's a quick fix. Okay. Alrighty. Hold on. So
Oh, it's so weird looking
I'm
at the.
actually switch sides.
Yeah, we switch sides. I'm like on the right side now. It's kind of weird, but okay. I'm gonna tell you, I forgot how to play this game entirely. By all the
Wait,
controls.
I don't see your Fugi. Oh, there you go. Alright.
We good.
There's a lot of pillows.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's
so
a
weird.
pillow
I feel
fort.
so light.
Rose and I made it.
You feel so
It's
light.
messy though.
Yeah, it's like a lot.
You haven't played here lately.
30 pounds. or
You
something.
must have.
Oh no.
Wait,
I'm
for
not
some
allowed here.
reason.
Rose calls it mommy space.
Oh yeah,
As
it's
in
purple.
outer space.
Oh, I didn't know.
Because you're
I wonder
always
if there's
working.
any difference.
Cody, let's not discuss that again.
Like how they move.
Just saying.
Movement no, but in like
I
the
love
abilities,
stars.
yes. Because the mom is the one who usually attacks, and then like the dad is the one who usually does movement maneuvers and stuff.
Oh, we still have those old
Yeah, I remember this. I remember this.
Lab grenades. Love grenades. Okay.
I don't need a warm up for this.
Wait, did we leave it here the last time?
Yeah, we did.
Come here, come here.
No!
Perfect strike.
Hell yeah.
You lost the battle and the war.
War is bad. Make love, not war, baby.
Oh, what? Okay, where are we supposed to go? I've been here.
Yeah, this in here.
Lights out.
Oh. Oh, oh, wow. Okay, you can bounce on that. Nice, nice.
Wait, what? How do you? Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yo, Yoshi.
What
How you
is?
doing, dude? Wait, where are you again?
It's like there's a space station
this
toy. I don't know, I feel like it's a space station toy thing. Like, that looks like the Earth. Hello! Cookie! Ohayo! Yeah, it's like NASA space toys, the scam kinds.
¿Cómo te va, Yoshi? ¿Cómo es la cosa? ¿Ya comieron por allá o andan en dieta? En dieta obligatoria.
Look! Rose is on the other side. The gate is blocked by something.
Yeah, it is. By some kind of force.
Oh, look! A video game.
Maybe they're connected.
Video game? Doko? Oh,
Wait,
there. Oh, looks like it. What is this?
Enter
Tetris?
password.
Oh, wordplay. Lovely. Ah, it's got something to do with hacking.
We're hacking,
Oh,
what?
override it.
Oh,
Override it. No, I'm terrible at Tetris.
Oh,
It's not Tetris. Close enough, close enough. I'm good. I'm good.
okay.
You know, I
Move
thought
over, I'm
hacking
short.
would be way more complicated than this.
It's just a game, Cody.
Wait.
I'm in perfect position. I think.
Wait, are you sure?
I don't know. What? What do you mean? What do you want? Why am I pink? Okay. Why am I pink?
Wait, where am I supposed to go here?
I don't know.
Oh my god, Moonman! Konbanwa!
Does this not go
Wait,
anywhere?
Wait, Chibi, how do you say how are you in Japanese? I don't know Japanese.
How are you? Is there even a question like that in Japan? In Japanese?
Or did you eat like in Chinese? Do you
No,
also
it's
ask
like
in Japanese?
genki. Okay, genki. You ask, are you well? Genki desu ka?
Genki desu ka? Oh, Moonman, genki desu ka?
Wait, is this a nose? Okay, I might be. What is this?
Wait,
What?
maybe. Oh no, maybe it's not horns, just eyebrows. Oh wait.
Oh, we
No?
are stupid.
Oh, it's a smile. Whoops. Come here.
Oh, we are. Oh, you are so smart. Okay, I was like, what the fuck am I
Is this
looking
still
at?
the game?
Uh
No, but don't
Counter
let
hack.
it win.
oh.
What's happening?
I don't know, but I don't like it.
Whoa!
Oh, genki desu ka? She's right. Nice, I'm glad you're having a nice day.
Where are we?
Wait,
Boom, ba-boom.
boss monster.
Niba
Because
Boom?
I bought you in the Space Museum.
Baboon.
Liar! Rose handpicked me at the Space Museum and commissioned me for a special
sí, me
mission.
acuerdas.
I am the only one who can protect Rose from the dark side of the universe.
Well, we're also assigned to protect Rose. As her parents, we...
Ah, stop lying! Your mission is to make her cry! Ah.
Oh, he knows it. Oh my god. Okay, guys, mission compromised.
What evil planet are you from?
No. There's been a misunderstanding. See, we just need to get a few tears from Rose to...
You won't squeeze a single teardrop from Rose! You'll be stuck here forever!
Yeah, when you think about it, it's so bizarre. That's the whole
Forever?
mission.
Did he just say forever? Oh my god, I'm having a panic attack. What should we do? In space, no one can hear you scream.
Oh, for goodness sake, Cody. Don't be
Not
stupid,
even
we're not
in space. Oh, she said the same thing I did.
Listen,
Jesus
Rose and I
Christ.
have played with her space toys so many times. I just need to find them. Oh, here they are.
Ah.
Hey, Cody, try this on.
Oh, just snug.
Wow, it
What?
works.
What are you doing?
Ow! Cosmic inflation.
Ooh.
Inflation theory behind the Big
Wait, so I can
Bang.
bully you with this?
Just stop it! Just turn it off!
Okay, so I can grow.
Amazing.
Yay.
Turn me back to normal. Do you want to get out
Oh
of
my
here
god,
or
that's
not?
real
We
hygiene.
need to use
Oh, hey, who's saying?
And
Die. Die. I recently got sandals that are like 2 inches
defying the
taller.
laws of gravity.
And I'm like, I can finally see the countertop without tiptoeing. I'm like, oh yes.
Woo!
Oh my
How
god.
comes you get all the cool gadgets?
Because I'm cool
Hell
with you,
yeah.
Cody.
Mini moon.
Let's find
No,
a
no,
way
no,
out
no.
of here.
Ah.
I am
Next
a
time.
wife now.
Can you not
Ooh.
buy Rose crazy
I wanna be
space
tall.
I'm
baby,
the girl
please?
now.
Well, she was the one who picked him out.
Yeah, and you paid for him. It was terrifying.
Oh!
And you
Yeah, I don't
paid
think that's
for
a
him.
Wait.
It's
Okay.
just protective. Like you would be if someone
I ate
threatened
rice.
to hurt
Comiste
Rose.
arroz,
Yeah,
¿verdad?
well, we're not
Nada más arroz.
hurting
Arroz
Rose.
solo.
I mean, we just need
Y
her
huevito
tears
de
so she
mi-
can have her parents back.
Agreed.
Oh, I can use this.
Now let's move on.
Oh. Oops.
Wait, hold on. Probably need to deactivate some.
Ah.
Uh,
Wait, I can go through. I just have to be smaller. Wait. Do that again. Wait for me, I'm so slow.
okay.
Okay, I'm through. I'm through.
Yeah.
I'm through. Nice. Okay, where is the activation thing?
Alright,
Should be
we just
this.
have to-
Whee!
Oh yeah.
That thing's tall.
That must be Moon Baboon's communications tower.
Guys, today
There's a control room at
she
the
was
very
going to be
top.
carrying me.
If we can get up
Yeah,
there, I
I'm
think we can make it out of here.
strong. Okay, I want to blow this up. Woohoo!
What do we do with the robot?
There's a thingy inside as well. What? How?
Oh, Mume, you're a robot too.
Wait, I can get that. Wait for me. Chibi is literally chibi right now. Okay, I'm good. Hit the switch.
Wait, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm inside though. Oh my god, am I trapped? I'm gonna die. Am I gonna die? I'm fine. I'm fine.
It looks like some kind of force field. Let's ride it. But we don't know where it
It's all just right.
Maybe it takes us out of here. Come on.
It's okay. That's fine. As long as you're full for like an hour, you'll be fine.
I can't.
It reminds me of a
stop
story a friend was telling me. Like, hey, you know, when I had this, there was this person in the office who told me this story about how when he was growing up, he didn't have too much to eat,
Ah, the pressure is incredible.
and all he had, like,
Ooh,
during
that
his
was
birthday,
intense.
was rice. The calling, what would we call it? Like horse rice or something like that. But for some reason, like the horse part was just an egg on top of the rice. It was
Ano,
like, oh my god, that is so sad.
Well, what's all this about?
I hate to interrupt, but I'm kind of stuck in the middle of something. How do I unpull this lever? Oh, okay, never mind. I found it.
I'm not sure.
I don't know where I am.
Do you have
Where?
to go there or?
Okay, let me see if I can find my way back. Cause like,
Wait, where do you go? Where the heck are you?
good question. I went in a random portal, right? I'm gonna go back that random portal. Can you come back to the random portal that you were, so we know which portal we're at? I'm like on the second level, right? There is this.
I never checked the. Oh my, holy shit, what did you do?
Oh shoot! It was so cute.
Okay, where are you though? Oh, I
okay.
see you. Also, smack that star. smack that. Look at this.
What is this?
Wee, shooting stars.
Nuclear fusion.
Okay, so now we pick like one of it, and then we go into one of it. So I guess this one, since we're like right here now.
Yeah, we can go that way.
I don't know what
Yeah,
that
'cause there's
was.
another portal down there.
There
Oh, by the way, guys, I never
four.
checked this. TV is volume.
Oh my god.
I can
Now
never tell.
that was one hell of a ride.
Or is it too loud?
Ah!
If it's too loud. Sounds good already. There's no way.
Okay, we're supposed to wait for it to come in. We're supposed to wait for it to come, and then we're supposed to jump on it, and we're supposed to walk on a thing that goes around, but that goes like, oh no.
Oh my god. And the visuals are actually really cool. I'm liking it.
Is there an easier way? Nah, I don't think I can do this.
Oh my god. No, the living.
Hey, 就等你. Okay, come over.
好。
就等你.慢慢来. Okay, jump. Okay, nice. Hey, you get from the top. Is it okay?
Imagine this is harder than anything we have played before. Nothing compares. Like Devil May Cry on the hardest difficulty.
Why you die?
True challenges. It takes two.
You have to run.
I'm guessing you have to move it then. Maybe.
Yeah, oh wait, do I have to grow?
Probably. Yeah.
I
think
keep on
Chibi-
dying.
Real size chibi can move it.
Ah.
Let's go. Big brain.
The fact that you say I don't think real size chibi can move it, I'm so offended right now in like 10 different languages. I swear to God. How dare you? I got new shoes. You can't do this to me.
Like shoes with the platform.
Oh, keep on running, May!
Like boots.
No, sandals. They didn't have my usual one in stock, so I tried a new one. Not my favorite color though. But it does work. Okay, you have to go to like the platform on that top there. Hold on, let me just...
I think I can reach from here.
Okay, nice.
Fine. How big is real size Chibi? The only person I know named Chibi is like 5 feet. Probably the same height.
All right. Now how the heck do I get up there?
I'm not sure though.
Oh god, okay. You know what? I think all chibis are about the same. I'm almost 5 feet.
I mean, if you're nicknamed Chibi, I'm pretty sure that that's about accurate.
I am almost 5 feet, alright? I'm just gonna say that.
Oh my god.
If you round it out, I'll be 5 feet, but... Okay, how am I gonna get up there?
Like, it's like people adding 1.5 inches to their height. It's very important.
I don't use freedom units, you see. But if I did, it would be rounded off, and I would be exactly 5 feet. You need a battery. I don't know how to get up. I don't know how to get up. I can't get up. Oh wait. I have to get on that. Can you just bring it down? I'm too short. Okay, hold on. I'm too short to reach this normally. Ah!
Yeah, because I'm not sure if...
I got it. Okay, now move it up so that I can get on the platform up there.
No, you're too fat.
No! No, is there not the thing up
I'm
there?
too weak, I can't do it.
There's the robot thing, right? Can you get the robot to move it?
The robot? This?
Yeah.
No, I just say no battery.
No battery. How am I gonna get
I'm trying to
there?
understand, but I cannot hold English. It's so hard for me. No, no te preocupes. Seguiré. Practica.
I saw it.
Fellow no native speakers while snow is fucking floating in the... Oh, wait.
Hody!
Sorry.
Wait. Like, seems to be working. Keep jumping.
You gotta bring it upwards.
Okay, do we actually need to?
Can you bring it up?
Yeah, I don't think I can. Wait, hold on. Let me just try something. How did you change gravity though?
I'm so small right now. No.
Wait, where are you?
I'm on the thing.
Oh my god.
ちっちゃい
Literally in an ant.
So tiny.
Man, I can barely see you. Holy shit.
Maybe this works now. Maybe I don't have to continue to jump. You can just pull me anywhere. Oh my god!
Okay.
Yo, I'm so smart.
Chibi, you're killing it tonight. Jesus Christ.
Am I?
Wait, can you?
Okay, I know what to do now.
Okay.
Almost did not make that. Jesus Christ. Okay, now I can get
Man,
in
look at
there and
that.
fix it.
Doing
Yeah.
something. Let's start, yo.
Yo. Okay, now you can get the machine to work.
Thank you for
Yine.
doing the hack.
いいね、いいね.
Oh lord, hold on. I gotta stretch.
Oh, Chibi, small height, big brain. Desho. Okay, what languages do you guys speak? Alesta. Hello, Oji-san.
Yeah, we got Japanese speakers, we got Chinese speakers, we got English, we got Spanish.
No hablo
Okay,
español. Chibi can do Chinese, I can do English, I can do a little bit Japanese. No hablo español, lo siento, ne?
Yeah,
I can't.
me speaks Japanese and English and a little bit Spanish.
Now I
Only
have to
speak Spanish.
hydrate and stretch because our very
We all learn
dear,
so many languages.
our dear loving uncle decides to redeem all these things in the middle of something. Many languages because of work. Oh, fair enough. Many languages because we're in Asia.
Oh, that's true. You guys need.
Yeah, like the average person here, especially those who live like in different parts of Southeast Asia or India especially, at least 4 languages. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I think food is thirsty and dehydrated.
Are we good?
Siento
Is
como
that
que se
it?
me raro cuando veo tantos que saben más de idiomas nuevos.
Oh, it's cleared. Nice.
El contexto cultural es bastante,
One portal down, two
o
to
sea, como
go.
que uno lo ve como
we got
impresionante,
this.
pero como que es normal para ellos ya.
Oh, Fish
O sea,
wants
como
to
tienen,
know.
tienen tantas personas, o sea, tienen varios idiomas que tienen que hablar ellos para poder comunicarse, pues lo aprenden desde pequeños. En India que tienen sus varios idiomas y todas esas vainas.
And then he wants to be takoyaki. Mazui ne.
Wants to be takoyaki.
Mazui ne.
Everything.
That's not great. Also,
Oh,
look at
that's great.
Fish is
amazing.
asking like where I'm from. I'm from Singapore, so yeah. Also, I don't know where to go. Oh wait, it's this side, huh?
Oh yeah, you can say hi to another fellow Asian. Oh my.
逆だ逆だ wrong side.
Is this one?
Yeah. I went the other way and I launched myself into oblivion.
Oh my god.
Catch that! You,
Guys, I'm sorry, I
you
know
gotta
it's
catch that. You
weird.
gotta catch that. Catch it! Did you make it?
Yeah, I'm fine. No, I'm not fine. God fucking damn it. Guys, I'm waking up, I swear. I swear. I'm drinking coffee.
Dude, why are you drinking coffee when I'm the one who's in like morning time zone?
Because I wake up.
Ah.
Yeah, literally just woke up before the class.
Oh, so basically it's morning for you too, huh?
Yeah. been like that for many years. Oh my god. Okay, yeah,
I
this is
am
your
Hulk.
Expertise.
I am Hulk. And then you will
Maybe
hit
you
me.
need to hold on.
There's another ball
Okay,
up there.
oh, I think you can hit the ball line at right now. Wait, come here. Hold, come here.
Oh, yeah. Okay, where do you want to go?
Okay, hit the ball to that place, like the other ball. Heck yeah. Okay, now I'm guessing that way. North. Is that north? Towards the
I don't
big
know,
wall?
North. You get
Wait,
it?
what do I do now? Though?
I need to be tiny again
Oh, okay,
somewhere.
maybe I need it. I didn't need to do that.
Like boxes.
Get me up there.
Working on it. Give me a minute.
Give me a minute.
Así lo que es ver mientras que México, por ejemplo, no es que lo necesiten. Sí, es que igual es acá, o sea, en Latinoamérica pasa bastante. Y en Gringolandia también, que pues ellos no necesitan hablar, nosotros tampoco necesitamos hablar varios idiomas. Los asiáticos sí tienen como que varios idiomas en sus países y pues lo aprenden desde pequeños. La mayoría pues. Okay, we do need a battery here. How do we get it? Are you sending a battery?
You have to send me up. The battery's inside. I need to get up.
Send you up.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Uh-huh. I will kung fu this. I cannot kung fu this. I lied. I can't kung fu this.
Trying to find out if we missed something. Maybe here?
Oh, shh.
Try coming here.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe you can open this, maybe.
No?
Or maybe
Decorations. No, I cannot. No, I cannot. What is
I think it has to do with
upstairs?
the...
Something is upstairs, but... Technically, you can go up there, you know, because you have anti-gravity boots.
Streaming this economy, yeah, I know, right? Especially at night. I feel like I haven't done night streams in a while. I need to make you guys wake up at 2 a.m. to watch my streams.
Technically,
yeah,
you
I think we need to repeat that again.
you
Let's try again.
can you use gravity boots to get up there?
So I was doing that before, but I cannot get there from like the bottom of the level. So I have to
Okay.
be up there.
Okay, ready? It's like a swing. I'm gonna push you.
Hell yeah.
I like going on swings. I know I'm an adult, but it doesn't stop me.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, okay, so you can get to the other side with gravity.
Oh, there's another place here. Oh.
Is there a
are no
container?
decorations. No! No! I'm a fucking idiot. Wait, where am I right now?
Oh, you died. It's okay.
Thank you for joining today's Hackers. Make sure to stretch. Take some water. Okay.
There are buttons. Wait, there are buttons.
Yeah.
What do they do?
Go to the other side. There you go.
Oh my god, yes, you're so smart.
Okay,
Which,
and they're timed.
but,
So go ahead and jump.
okay.
Now this one.
Sugi. Hi, Sugi.
Now this one.
Nice.
This one.
Okay.
We're getting the hang of this.
Oh my
Fall
god.
now.
I made it.
Okay. Next one. Hell yeah.
I'm up.
Switch gravity.
Chichai. I'm so
Oh
tiny.
my god, look at you.
It's okay. It's like, hurry. The steps just don't. There we go, the battery's in. Now you can activate
The
it.
monster. No.
Yay!
I haven't eaten anything in like 12 hours.
What? Okay, that sucks. Whee!
Pero sí,
Hola.
así el tema de los idiomas sí es como complicado.
Just one
Aquí
portal left.
la gente como que sin, o sea, supuestamente uno aprende inglés en el colegio y en la universidad. Pero de los que hablan, eh, yo creo que no somos ni el 10% de la población.
McDonald's.
McDonald's. Oh. Guys, we have a like a promo here where if you order McDonald's like 3-4 times, you can get a free item. So that's amazing. I'm going to keep ordering McDonald's. I'm going to be gaining like 100 pounds. Well, that promotion is on. Wait, how do I get there?
The other bridge on the top, but anti-gravity. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh my god.
Yay!
What are we supposed to do? Oh my god, jump! Okay, yeah, let's retry.
How's it hanging?
Takes some getting used to, but I'm all right.
Okay, I have
Saver!
an idea. Next time
What?
we avoid the lasers.
Wow.
I
What
did
an
that.
idea.
Jump!
I did that. I don't want to crouch.
Oh my
How
god.
do I crouch?
How do we crouch?
Oh wait,
Oh,
control.
with B.
It's okay. That time is a jump.
No, we're really sharing one brain cell today.
We don't have enough sleep. We have barely had
Okay,
coffee. I'm short. You don't see me. You don't see me. You don't see. Okay, let's go.
Okay. Nice.
Nice.
Hey, you guys want a Japanese riddle? Wait, what do
Um.
you do here?
Oh wait. Wait. Here we go.
Oh, okay. So I have to do this? Nice.
And you have to get me
Can
up.
you make yourself bigger? Oh, wait. Hold on. Oops.
Okay.
Can I back down?
Uh huh.
Help!
Wait. How am I supposed to? Wait. Let me.
I think you need to push mine down, maybe.
There we go. Is it not helping? Wait.
Wait, we're stuck. Oh, I'm fucking stupid. Never mind.
I'm so tiny.
Oh wait, do I need to know Japanese for this one? If A is
Okay.
chill, but
What is
that's not
this?
Chinese.
Oh, if A is chill, B
guessing
is
summer?
dong, A is 春,
No,
秋
that's so stupid.
秋冬春夏，夏对吧？
It's
Natsu.
it's Japanese riddle.
So there's like aki, fuyu, haru, and then that's like natsu でしょ。D は夏です。Also, how do
Okay,
I?
I'll leave that to you.
We can solve chat's riddles, but we can't solve this. We're kind of
Wait,
Wait, no. Okay, wait. Maybe I go
we're
with
supposed
this.
to do it at the same time?
I don't know. I
Okay,
accidentally
one.
pressed something.
2. Wait, go back. 1, 2, 3. Oh wait. Oh, nice. Okay.
Okay, maybe we switch sides, yeah? Okay, we switch sides.
These
Woo!
space boots are great.
Nice.
Okay.
Wait, what? Did did you just get? wait, Chibi, repeat this summer.
Natsu?
The
夏天.
okay, yeah, but what's the whole thing? Like, what was the answer? The whole.
D is Natsu? What? What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong?
Oh my god, man.
What did I do? What did I do? Shut up, what did I do?
This Natsu. D is Natsu.
Seriously. Seriously.
This nuts.
Get out of my
This
chat. Get out of my jet. I can't turn this
Man.
anymore.
Don't worry, Snowy. You're safe in my chat.
Am I?
Don't go to Chili Stream, she'll ban you.
That is correct. Okay, I don't know what else I can do. Okay, do we want me to go up or do we want me to go down? Like, this is the maximum of what I can do here, though.
I mean, I'm
Like,
guessing it's a spring, right? Oh my god!
that was not me.
I think
You guys,
so.
Chili hates me.
No. I'm gonna
I think
see
you
if I
need
can
to-
move through this tinily. I cannot.
I don't think so. No. I think you need to.
I can! I'm so smart. Wait.
No, maybe you need me.
Need a woman. I got this. I'm a man. Okay, I need you. I don't got this.
Typical husband man. It's like, I don't need.
I don't know how to
need
do this. What do I do?
I think you just need to like not fully charge it. If you charge it completely, it just obliterates me. So just charge it a little bit. There. Try.
Okay, and
Try
then?
now. Release it. Okay.
Oh.
A little bit more. Maybe to the third star.
This one.
Yeah.
Oh, my wife is smarter than me. Probably why I married her.
Alright, that's good. Wait, what do we do now?
Wait, no!
Oh,
My world's
nice.
greatest dad mug!
Goodbye, Dad.
Oh, whoops.
Rose can buy you another one.
Wait, what do we do now?
I need to
Oh,
get
okay,
over.
whoops.
And then I need to find some way to get over. And I'm gonna need help.
Wait. Oh, you can make yourself smaller.
Oh, you are so smart. There was a small hole that I didn't see because I was looking up.
I mean, I'm still perplexed. We just got trolled in Japanese.
Me too! How can I be so smart and like not... Okay, never mind. You know what? Yeah, good thing you're not in my chat. You would be banned. Wait, what is
Wait,
this?
can you...
What is this?
It's like a club.
How?
Oh, is that a grenade? It's like...
No, you have to
Oh,
hook me. Hook me!
Okay, let's go.
Hey, you are my balloon right now. Oh, now you hook that.
Okay, come back here.
Okay.
Y estaba diciendo que no avanzo el inglés. Pero no tengo que hablar. Que no sé qué estudiar para aplicarlo. Es que como tal creo que depende de...
Okay, wife. Wait,
O sea,
wait.
como que tú, el escrito, tú lo entiendes, ¿no? O sea, más o menos. I think you too, yeah. There we go.
Oh no.
Oh,
Ah,
alright.
Okay. Wait, which way is up?
You're all right, May. Look, I'm up
Pero
here.
sí,
I
yo
mean,
siempre,
down
oh
here.
my god, yo siempre recomiendo
crap.
como que darle prioridad a escuchar cómo habla la gente, porque en realidad, o sea, no hay mucho que los libros puedan enseñar. Como que sí, el tema de la gramática, ver cómo se habla correctamente, el tema de cómo conjugar verbos,
so tiny.
prepositions, stuff like that.
ちょっとね。何も見えないね。Okay, I'm holding it.
Si puedo leerlo un poco, sí.
That should be
Es
all of
como...
them, right?
I think so.
It's done.
Y hay que ver, o sea, porque ya como que me imagino que esa parte ya del inglés, lo que toca hacer es ver cómo, o sea, todo lo que tú conoces, ver cómo se emplea en la vida real. Y eso es como que lo más, wait, what am I doing? Did I just come back here?
Why did you go back there? You're supposed to go to the portal. So,
Wait, was there a portal? Whoops.
so
Whoops.
we were right in front of the portal. Oh my god. Snow is actually
IQ.
the person who disnuts me is actually in the chat right now. You be careful, yeah, you be careful from now on. Okay,
Oh wait, we can move this now?
yeah, I'm gonna get the other one. Okay, okay, we can do it at the same time. Let's go. Drive it, drive it.
Oh, here we go again.
Here we go again.
Wait, did we
being
miss?
weightless.
I think we missed
It's
one.
like being in real space. This is
Did we?
fun.
This is not my
Yeah, there
idea
was.
of fun.
Remember when
So
you
now
got
we
lost
even
at
have to
first?
argue about
That
what's
you
fun.
were all the way to
I'm
the top.
nauseous,
It was like
okay?
in the middle
Growing
section.
up is not fun.
Like,
Stop fighting, you two.
I didn't go up
Focus on the
completely.
mission.
We are focusing. We're just trying to find a way out
No
of this
idea.
damn
Let's
place.
just get Chivia follow.
We'll only do that if you collaborate.
Yeah,
guys, follow Chibi, she's amazing.
Collaboration.
No,
blah,
I
blah,
barely
blah,
do
blah,
Twitch. It's
Blah,
fine.
blah, 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 huh?
I'm on
Yeah,
YouTube.
Blah, blah,
Yeah, just
blah,
follow her
blah,
on
ha.
YouTube.
Okay, okay.
That works
Just
as
don't
well.
forget, yeah?
Blah, blah.
Oh, shut up, you two!
Collaboration. Yeah.
Collaboration! Okay, do we want to go down? Because you said there was something that's not done yet, right? You can go check that out.
Yeah.
Which is the one that you were
Wait, is it
talking
still
about?
active? Oh, here. Here.
Where?
Go back. Back up.
Where?
Middle, middle. Back down, back down. Do you see it?
Oh! Wait, why is that weird tambourine thingy? What?
Oh, well, let me get something in here.
Okay, so basically, I got a pity follow from Snow from getting these nuts.
And that was amazing.
Okay, imagine if I didn't put English in there, right? If I didn't say is and I say wa instead, di wa natsu desu, you would not have gotten me, right? Right?
This one's gonna be mine.
Yeah. Boxes have always been mine.
No, what are we supposed to do?
Gravity is my
Spacewalk?
thing.
Oh, we gotta go on
Oh, maybe it's
box.
just a mini game. Okay.
I died.
Wait, what?
Well, you won.
Nice!
Mini game.
Ooh, okay.
There we go!
This is creepy. This is
Simple!
creepy. Okay. Oh no.
Cool!
Wait, can I?
Ah.
Oh, I can convert yours.
No! Ah.
Expected win for blue.
Sure, but with normal gravity, I would have beaten you.
You wanna try again?
No, it's okay. I'm not good at parkour. You can have the win.
It's so funny how it works.
They don't transport me when I'm mega. That's so sad. They revert me to my regular size.
Oh.
Entiendo que falló aplicado en campo ya que el entorno es lineal. Sino que cambia todo el tiempo. Sí, es que si uno se centra mucho como que en la norma,
Up,
pues
up.
no, o sea, como que no, cuando te encuentras con las aplicaciones en el mundo
Another
real,
set of
pues,
portals.
All right, let's get to it.
Goodbye, star.
pues yo digo,
Where are you?
entonces, cuando ya te encuentras con las situaciones en la vida real, pues te das cuenta que la gente ignora la mayoría de las reglas.
Smack it.
Moon Baboon, please come out and let us explain.
Why do the
Whee!
things we buy try to kill us?
Woohoo!
Amazing.
Alright, pick a portal. Let's go. This one?
Feels like because how smart you were. See guys, never be smart.
Never
Just
be
go
smart.
One IQ. Don't finish school, guys. No, I'm joking. Don't finish school.
Don't finish school, guys. Hmm. It's up.
Maybe you just say that to your Asian parents. Oh man, I cannot imagine.
Not finishing school?
Yeah. Oh, Dad,
We
I don't
have
want to finish
liftoff.
school. I want to be a VTuber. This song. Oh, what is this? Oh,
What? What are you doing? Are you gonna shoot something?
doesn't look like it. It's like I'm searching for signals.
Alright, have fun with that. Try find a UFO. I'm trying to get there.
He's speaking to himself.
Okay, where am I and what am I
I can't
doing?
imagine him being a doctor of anything.
Yeah, I'm very creeped out. Imagine him shaking his hips in front of the mirror.
You know, those hips are gonna be really
Practicing.
stiff because he's a book.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, you go. Oh,
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. The timing is crazy.
Okay, try again.
Yeah. Did you get it? Nice.
Okay, very good. Okay, what do we do now? No.
What is Snow talking about? Always be stupid like me. Always be dumb until work. Then you gain 160 IQ and become miserable. You do know that my default base level is 160, right?
Do not become too sentient, guys. You'll be miserable. That's a fact.
Oh, I cannot get that.
Where do we go from here? Let's try this way. I'm so confused. Oh! No. Wait, give me 1 second. Oh no,
I need
you
to
here.
be there. You have to find a way to get me there.
Wait, what?
Maybe you have to do all of
Oh, wait.
that.
Wait. Let me try something. And I couldn't leave my husband alone for a second. I doesn't know what to do without me. Goddamn. Okay,
You won't get any lower, huh?
wait, try going to the... How do we coordinate this? Let me try something. Can you reach? Okay, try, let's do that again, but I jump from from the highest point on the platform. I come here and become big and push me up, launch me up. And how do we... Man, this is some high IQ shit. Okay, go to the other side. Let's see if I can get you up. We can figure something out.
This side.
Yeah, because I think with your big size you can push this all the way down. Oh my god. I mean, we got an achievement, that's good.
That was not meant to be.
Glad you made it back in one
So here
piece.
is my ASMR. Let's go. Hope you have a nice school. Okay, so yeah, maybe that's the
Regular
answer.
size.
Go to the
Regular
side.
size. Yeah.
Okay, now become big. Nice.
Yeah.
Normal size. Or maybe. Okay, yeah. Alright. No big size. Then jump.
Yeah.
Man, my brain was melting in that puzzle.
I exploded. That's all that matters. Yay. Oh, I'm at the tiny door now. Where are you?
Que menos amigos sharing the
Oh, you're on the
enseñan desde
opposite
hace
side.
20 años porque lo tenemos libres. Y muchos de los maestros no pueden tener una conversación real aplicada. Sí, y eso pasa técnicamente en muchas partes del mundo. Pues sí, obviamente los países que no hablan inglés, eh, cuando lo enseñan pues de los libros pues no tienen mucha aplicación. Es como que encuentras muchos asiáticos que como que en China y en Japón que no hablan el inglés muy bien. Oh my god. Wait, how do we go?
Oh wait, okay, I
Oh, we
get it,
have
I
to-
get it. It's in tandem, it's in tandem. So I go first, and then pull it out, and then you go, and then you have to go the other side, and then let me go there. So you go first, and then hold it.
Oh, okay, okay. Alright.
Okay, and then I go and I okay, you get what I mean now.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, and then you have to go,
Okay. Jump. Are you?
and then I try my best not to panic and die again. Okay, okay, wait, and then I have to go. Okay, and then now you go.
Alrighty. Now
And then
go.
now you go. And then now I
Hell yeah,
pray.
the speed run, let's go. Oh my god, Jimmy, that was so close. Wait, do I have to go all the way back?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
Alrighty.
Playing with the worst
Now
teammate.
jump. Jump. Now you
Me,
jump.
me. Wait. Okay.
Okay, now I jump. Hell yeah.
Oh, second time. It only took me twice. Okay.
Okay, that last moment before you died, that actually looked fun.
Don't.
Imagine like skydiving from space.
That's
I think
not.
someone did that in a challenge, like a Red Bull challenge, didn't they? I mean, not like from outer space, but like the highest point on Earth where you still.
Why can't I get that? How do you make it? Why
Or you
can't I
kinda
get
need
that?
like special equipment. I think it's called Halo jump. A Halo jump. Like fucking high.
Okay, now what?
Oh, the
On
special-
top? What is that supposed to do?
Okay, yeah. Maybe we're supposed to be there. Okay, yeah, that was all we had to do.
Ah. Okay, I was overthinking it like a female. God damn it, I'm the husband right now. It's not hard. I'm okay. Let me get the battery. Alright, we're good.
Hell yeah.
Let's go! Oh, finally it's cleared. Nice. We get full stars. Nice.
Yeah, Chibi, I need you to think like a man.
I try my best to think
One
like a
brain cell.
man.
Ooga booga.
Booga booga.
Let's see. How do we know which one we come? Oh, no, I just noticed. Let's go here.
Hey, pancakes. ASMR time. Okay. Night night.
Man, this level actually feels. Oh, are we going to play like pinball? Do we call it pinball? Getting here, getting here.
Open sesame.
Hang on, I didn't sign up for this.
Oh wait, wait, wait! I'm gonna die. It's gonna launch me. Ah! I actually died.
Okay, it didn't
Messed up
work. Wait,
now,
hold
huh?
on.
It's okay, fine. That one was on me.
Get the danger box. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, you're supposed to get it to the red green light thing somewhere. I don't know. What is it?
I'm not sure if you're supposed to hit
Hey.
the walls.
Okay, we try.
Oh,
We try.
wait, I get it. I think I get it.
Can you hit the explosive box in front? I wanna see how I die.
Okay, I gotta check your. Oh my.
It's okay. I will die as many times
that
as
was
you
the purpose.
require. I will die as many times as required. Let's go. Oh,
Oh, you cannot touch the boxes. Never mind.
give me the explosive. I wanna see what it says.
The explosive?
Yeah. Danger it
I mean,
says.
did you explode before?
I don't know. I don't remember. Let's do it again. Okay, yep.
Alrighty, okay. Yeah, I have to pay attention to your screen actually. Here, let's see.
No, but the green thingy. Oh wait, that's so smart.
Oh no. Fuck. God damn it. Okay, a little bit to
You're
the right.
supposed to avoid the obstacles. I know, May. I know. It's not as easy
Wait,
as
can
it
you
looks.
move?
I can?
No, I'm not sure if you can move. You're just asking.
I don't know. We can try. I can! Oh my god! Down more! Down more! Okay, nice.
Yeah, don't worry.
Down, okay. Down more! Okay. Ine! Woohoo! Okay,
Yeah.
you were right. I can move. I didn't realize I can. Why did I die again?
That was the most painful game
Guys,
of
we have a
pinball I
net
have ever played.
going on.
We do what we
You
have
get
to,
McDonald's
Cody.
hat, you know what to do. Go back and
Okay.
go into temptation.
Wee.
Yeah, we
Oh.
should actually take this time to stretch and get something to drink now that we're in nets. How about we take a small 3-minute break?
Okay, we can.
Yeah, you need to stretch. I'll go grab something else to drink.
I'm gonna torch
Alrighty,
your
guys.
chat. You're gonna watch ads for 3 minutes. Bye bye.
We're back, guys. Leaving you with some music. Alrighty, be right back.
Okay, same.
Alrighty, I'm back. Did you get something too?
豆沙
Very
包，
munching.
豆沙包。
I only have beer. You know what I miss? Fuck, there was this store not it's not a store. It's like a mini restaurant, like breakfast restaurant. Uh, something something. Dong, Dongxiaoguan. No. I don't remember, but they had the best xiaolongbao, man. It's so good. It was so good. I used to go there every morning. It was so cheap as well. It was like 10 yuan,
What?
which is like wait, how much was that in dollars? So 10 yuan was $1.50 at the time.
Fucking cheap.
Yes, it was so cheap, man. Alrighty, guys, welcome back. Hope you stretch, hydrated. Let's wait until Chibi finishes eating.
It's okay, I can eat and play. I'm good at multitasking. If I die, I die.
Oh my god, I fear for the poor keyboard. Getting crushed. Regrets.
Yeah, I don't know what this umbrella thingy does.
You have to use it.
Particle thingy. Oh! Wait, this is an empty space.
Okay, we can aim it. That's interesting.
No, wait, that's not your job. Your job is up here. You're supposed to... I think you're supposed to go upstairs there, like walk upwards, I think. No, that side, the side.
Here?
Can you?
I don't think I can, no.
Because I see that thingy up there. Okay, well, it's okay. Let me see. Whoa, that's dangerous. Okay, we need to...
I mean, we need a way to... There's like an umbrella symbol. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait. How do you... Wait, cancel. Press cancel.
It picks you up, huh?
Yeah. Okay, let me go here. Pick me up. The passenger princess for once. Alright, now move to the... Move up. No, back. Down. Okay, now cancel. Hell yeah.
Ah, you're so smart.
Okay, now here I can actually wall jump my way up, and then where do I go from here? Oh,
Wait, the light's off. When you have to off the light.
oh, okay. Now you can. I'm guessing you can wall jump now.
When I'm not getting fried, yeah.
Alright, so
We move to this little thingy, and it's my job. Peter Petter, little legs. I got this. Whee!
2 down, 2 more to go.
Oh my god, unknown is here. Why are you
This
thinking about me?
level does feel way longer than the other.
According to my research, this has to be the longest one.
Oh wait, there's only one more left. Ain't too bad.
Okay, it looks straightforward,
This way.
but there's a big ass button over here. Oh wait, I think I need to fix this first. Hold on.
Wait, try that again?
Wait, where's the number?
Yeah, it doesn't. It won't let us in.
Okay, I'm gonna get my
Eventually
fat ass.
It's like a vacuum.
No, there's a like glass thingy on top, so I don't think it. Wait, there's this thing here. What does it do? Wait, I removed it. Is it okay? Is it okay? No, I did. I just walked off with it. Wait, I think I know what to do. I'm good at destroying stuff. Let's go. Okay,
Wait, what's the maximum reach on that?
so now you have spare parts. I don't know what this does, man. I didn't study electricity. Goodbye. I'm going up there for a while. I'm gonna take a gander up there. Bye.
It doesn't have so much range.
I'm gonna
I
go
don't think we can do that.
upstairs and take a look. Maybe it's not even on that spot. You know what I mean?
Oh wait, there's one here.
Very far.
Oh, you got another one. That's fine.
Got one.
How do
Yeah,
I?
go take it to go take it to the main stage, to the main platform. I also have to come here and get this one. I'm guessing I can do the same on the other side. So I feel useless in my doing.
I'm tiny.
Let's see.
You're editing something that includes me. Oh damn. Okay, well I don't know if I want to be edited.
No.
Is it good or bad editing unknown? Am I
Yeah,
safe?
we'll just have
Am
to
I in
connect
trouble?
it, so that's
Did I say anything sus?
It's a maximum range here. Here. How many more are here?
I got it.
Oh. Okay, Chewy.
Mm-hmm.
Need your big brother here. Come here.
Where?
Okay, lay that one down and push the button. The big button.
Another conductor.
Hell yeah.
Perfect.
Now push it again.
Hey, Cody, let me out of here.
There we are.
Nice. Where are we linking this up to though? Like,
There's another one here. How many? Oh, there's another one. Okay, nice.
no way. Why not letting me go up?
We might need 2 more.
I wanna go up. Let me up.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you have to stand there. Oh wait.
Oh my god. Wait,
Wait. Let me in. I got this. Okay, I'm in. Oh no. What is this? Am I getting
Oh, you're going
blasted?
to the top.
Am I getting launched?
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, for a moment I thought I was really gonna die. I was like, why am I dying? I got it. Whee!
Alrighty. Yeah, just put that one down and you can push me up. And launch me.
Okay, so I become heavy. Is that high enough? That's high enough.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, come back.
Alrighty, let's go. Yeah, I think that's enough.
Yeah. Yoo-hoo!
There we go.
Yay!
Reach the battery now.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, go back to your real side.
Hey, shut up.
we have to fight the final boss?
We have to fight! I don't wanna.
That's it for this floor.
Loki! Lizard. Okay, hold on.
We have to drive stuff. Unknown, okay. If it's funny, it's fine. I'm just like, am I gonna get cancelled? We say a lot of cancelable stuff, yeah. Because I was off stream, yes. When that happened, you know, off stream TV is not the same.
A good beer, man.
It's morning.
I know.
Why are you going back? Why you not going to the
Oh,
photo?
am I
Why are you
going
going back?
Oh my god, I was getting confused, I'm sorry.
Waiting for you to
Not the wrestling
drive.
challenge, guys, I swear.
Drive the other one.
Okay. Alright, let's go. How you doing, Loki?
How could you advance this far?
How's your Saturday so far?
From your email. Computer, ready our defenses.
No!
Defenses? What does he mean,
Wait, what do we
defenses?
do?
Well, you know, some
Boss.
more lasers probably. We can handle it.
Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
I don't miss gravity at all.
This is late for you to be on? Wait, is it late for me? No, no. Very early. That's it. It is very early for me though. Normally, if I don't have to work, I'll just wake up like at midnight. So within 1 a.m. or something.
I got the battery. You have to get something. I got a battery.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, that one doesn't work.
Maybe you have to turn the individual ones inside. No, the other side.
Oh, wait, come back here.
I have to cancel the battery.
Yeah, cancel the battery. And push this one down. Lock this one down.
Which one? The one you stand on? This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can move this.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Okay,
And you
Anon,
have
take
to
care.
figure it
Bye-bye.
out.
Hello? There's no I in teamwork.
All
Alrighty.
right, don't
Nah.
scheme.
Mini-me.
I see. The current isn't making it through.
Okay, now you can try. It's good?
Yes.
It's good.
Collaboration, it's working. Profile: happy, neutral, sad, angry.
Wow.
That is a very creepy
Okay,
room.
so this is creepy.
Yeah.
No,
Reminds me of
look.
that movie. What's his name?
Tracking her well-being.
Yeah,
Inside
that's
Out?
super creepy.
Hey, what does this do?
Laugh
Yeah, I think it's the
What?
same.
No, that
think
can't
the
be
same
right. I mean, she laughs at least a few times every day.
We have been arguing a lot recently.
Yeah, okay, but what about her worry, huh?
What? No, that can't be right.
Nah, I'm sorry. This space monkey toy thing, he doesn't know what he's talking about, okay? Let's just get out of this creepy place. Hey, how about
That's a
maybe
red
we can,
button.
beam ourselves back to Rose from here?
No, careful!
Ha ha ha.
Oh, it's
What
working!
mean? It's a red button. It says touch me.
Traitors of evil, prepare to die.
Oh, I'm gonna hate this. This boss better.
Stay safe, XiaoMoonMoon. No unknown. Thanks for stopping by. Really appreciate it. Take care as well. Oh my god, getting burnt. Oh my god, what do I do?
I'm trying.
Cody, do something!
Ah!
What were we supposed to do?
I have no idea, but I saw buttons on the floor, so I'm thinking we should press buttons on the floor.
Engaging fire.
Was it buttons on the floor?
Yeah, there's one right here. So I'm gonna press it.
Okay, go ahead and press it while I try to juke this guy.
I don't know what this does. What does this do? What is this?
Oh, wait. Hell yeah.
Oh, it's not a button, it's something else.
Level gamma. Activate
What?
Okay, this
Deploy graviton burst.
platforming. Wait, where's the...
I don't know, I'm trying to look for it. I found it, I found it, I found it. I found it, I found it. It's here. My ass.
What'd I ever do to you?
You got to.
Okay. Try rewriting the words. You got it.
No.
Oh my god.
No. Okay, you find it.
Okay, when you see the button, where's it?
It's there. It's behind.
Go to the bottom.
Going. I'm here.
Oh my god, that's so close.
No, you have to go down.
Wait, what?
Swap with me. I stand. You don't. Because they will
Wait,
change.
try not to get killed.
They will change targets. You can't do that. You gotta change targets.
Wait, so how do we...
No, you jump. And then
Why
you.
jump?
No. I I have to jump on that. It's targeting you, so that's why.
Wait, survive! What do we do with that one?
Okay, now. Okay, it's open now.
Hello?
I don't know how this works. I guess we're safe.
Wait, I get it.
Ah.
Stupid machine. Just have to reboot power.
We've got to get rid of
Time
that
to hit it?
laser.
Wait. Become big and pull that down. Yeah, pick him up.
What are you doing? Put me down.
E?
Gently.
Press E.
Mm-hmm.
Smash it.
Hands are kind of full here. Grab the laser.
Do something.
Don't touch things down there. You will
Man, he has so much HP. What the heck?
Rockets?
I'm dead.
Oh my god. Is it one hit?
死ぬな
No fucking way.
Well, that was kind of hard.
Okay, there's a checkpoint. Wait, how do we avoid this?
Oh, I died. I don't know how. How do you avoid them?
Oh,
All
Alright, Moon. I've had enough.
I died again. Nande.
okay, I get it. Just jump over. Okay, maybe not. That was...
How did you do that the first time?
What did I do?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna stand
Maybe
here.
you wait until it
Uketomasu. I can't.
Yeah. I think that's the answer. We just wait until it wears down.
Really?
Had enough.
I keep on getting shot. I'm not very good at this.
Okay, that's one. Oh my god, that was so stupid. Okay. Hell yeah.
Say hello to my...
Oh, I'm not good at driving.
Hey, baboon, come here.
Ah, I died! No. I'm back.
Oh
Huh?
no. Hell yeah. It's almost done. Yeah, there you go.
I don't know how to drive a rocket, dude. I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm
Riding a
dead.
motorcycle.
I'm dead, I'm dead. I don't even know how to ride a bicycle. I don't know how to ride a motorcycle.
Come on. I think maybe one more hit. And you change faces.
I don't know how to drive it. Okay, it's up to you now. Wait, I have a tiny version. I have a tiny version. Chodomate, chodomate.
Okay, do your thing,
Toasty,
please.
let's just finish this.
I got this.
No more games.
No way, he's
Wait, what?
kidnapping me.
Computer, remove all
That's
relevant
so
data.
trippy.
We're at threat level alpha.
Moon Baboon, stop it! Do you remember me? It's me.
Rosie's my best friend, and you're trying
Don't
to
die, don't die, don't die.
right. The clay puppet is
Okay,
a
Chia, I trust you.
Don't die, don't die, don't die. Stop it.
Please.
I will.
Oh my god. Yeah, Chia, don't get too comfortable there. Try to beat it, please. I know it's cozy.
It's getting rather warm up here, Cody.
Oh my god.
You won't escape.
Yeah, no, but I have to get the eject button for you.
I'm using all my brains right now.
Oh no,
My old
I'm
brace
sorry,
is
I'm sorry,
all
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Don't die, don't die, don't die. I'm sorry.
And the vortex thing is throwing me off.
Oh, I'm so scared. I don't know what to do.
Oh my god. No, I cannot die. Oh my god. Chia, please.
I'm trying, I'm trying. I died. Go in there, go in there. I die again.
Oh no 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 no.
Oh my god, this sucks. I'm not very good at this. I'm not very good at this.
I wonder if there's anything I can do besides avoid.
Nope. Actually, nope. This is a timing-based thing. Oh shit.
Oh my god.
I got it, I got it, I got
Dude,
it.
mine is
I got it, I got it, I got it. I got it. I'm not even breathing. I'm not even breathing. Jesus Christ.
My brain.
Hey, May,
Oh,
what's going on?
Get ready! I'm going after him!
Hey, I found something. I think we can use it.
Don't touch anything you shouldn't!
Yeah, just trust me. Keep him in sight.
trust is a very, very dangerous word over here.
Ooh.
It's a
Are you going
laser.
to kill the baboon?
Even
Why
we
drive now?
cannot pilot my ship. It won't
Wait,
listen to
literally,
you.
you were saying before the stream that the
Oh,
usually the guy is the one driving.
I know, right?
Good enough for you.
I lost track of him. Get us closer.
Wait, where's the baboon?
I don't know. Fire on
I'm not
sight.
seeing him on the radar, man.
I'll find him.
Where's the fucking baboon?
I will not fail my mission.
I keep on seeing
My
an
driving skills
arrow.
are top notch.
There's an arrow on my screen. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, okay.
No, what's the arrow?
Wait, is the arrow actually doing something?
I don't know. I mean, like,
Hello? Okay.
I'm just firing at the wheel.
Oh, maybe you have to. Hold on. I'm so confused. point directly down, like to the middle?
Hmm?
Okay, okay. Maybe that's what we need to do. Try now.
Uh-huh.
Okay, it's not there. We just hide it. Okay, try here.
I will protect Rome!
Right here.
Hmm.
Now, where the fuck is he? Are you here? And I'm so confused. What the heck? Oh, I
There
found it.
he is! There he is!
Did I get him?
No, you missed. Try again.
Oh, we got him! We got him! We got
He's
him!
got a barrier of some sort. A couple more shots should do it.
Stop it! I'm Rosie's only friend! She needs me!
I missed.
Wait, where is it?
We didn't get that.
Let's go.
What about that one?
Close, but not quite.
Haha, get lasered, fool.
You
Oh
didn't
my
hit
god.
him,
This
Cody.
dude keeps moving. Okay.
I got him.
Stop dodging. Make it easier, please.
He gone again.
Already.
I found Baboon.
Hell yeah.
Let's go. Yoo-hoo!
Moon
Man, the
Baboon.
little Cheerio.
How do we get back to Rose?
I can't let you harm her. I'm her best friend.
Hello, she hasn't played with you for years, okay? You've been monitoring her. Come on, just pay attention.
Well, maybe we can help you become friends again.
You think so?
Yes, I can ask Rose to play with you again. But you have to help us get back to her.
Okay.
That's a red button.
But you have to promise you won't make her cry.
Yeah, we promise.
I wonder who's the voice actor.
Tell Rose
Sounds familiar.
that whatever happens, I'll always be her best friend.
Okay, I thought this chapter was longer, but judging from
Oh, she's
our
over
normal
there.
average time,
Rose!
Sweetie!
seems to be about the same the same length as the
This
other
might
two.
look strange,
Nah,
but
it's because the other
It's
ones
Mama
we went
Dad.
through several
Rose,
chapters.
we
This is
need
the
your
only
help.
chapter so we've done.
Look, yeah, it's us. What?
Oh, she cannot see us.
Oh, she can't see us.
Okay.
Sweetheart, we need to talk. We need your tears to break the spell. Darling!
I mean, it's still so funny
can't
how,
even feel
how
us.
both think the tears
Oh, what are we gonna do?
will revert them back.
Wait, they can move erasers.
Wait, look.
Yo, Darth, welcome.
Did you just see that? Huh? We have the power to affect stuff around her to get her attention.
Oh, that's Darth.
Right.
I call him Shield because like I didn't know, but I saw him in the
Let's
Leicester
destroy
server.
something
Hello,
Rose
hello.
loves to make her cry.
What?
The elephant. Rose loves her elephant. It's her best friend. We destroy
Thanks
the
for
elephant.
first
We
redeem.
make Rose
Welcome,
cry.
Oh
welcome.
my God, May. That is a great idea.
The fucking
Cry
flood
river,
that I
yes!
love.
Boom! All right, now we just gotta. Well, we just gotta
Parents,
get through her
you know
toys.
what to
Well,
do.
this would have been a lot easier if you'd tidied her
Make your
room.
child
Well,
cry.
at least I didn't buy her a crazy space monkey that nearly got us killed.
Oh, shut your clay face.
Yeah. Woo!
Oh, we finished the scene.
Oh my god.
That's a very long scene.
I mean, I that felt way longer,
my
but I'm not sure
nose
if
is
it was
itching.
because it was
that's
full
the,
of puzzles.
dust.
It was,
Just remember to clean under
It was
her
the
bed.
longest one.
Yeah, noted.
But yeah, it did feel more tiring. But yeah, do you want to continue as usual? Just finish right now, or do you want to try to finish that part chapter?
I don't know how long the other chapter will be, not gonna lie. I'm kind of scared if there's gonna be a boss fight, I might cry.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's going to be about the same length, an hour and 30, maybe 2 hours.
Genkai da. Genkai da.
So yeah, we can do next stream.
Yeah, we're gonna do it next stream. I don't have enough energy for this.
Yeah, don't worry. Alrighty, guys. Let me go ahead and become big move. Whoops, no 3 arms. Whoops. The music. Alrighty, guys. So yeah, thank you all for stopping by. Mume, Loki, Unknown, Snowy, Yashir, Sinali, Alistar, Gators. Everyone that stopped by. Orchid, you too. No, don't think I forgot you. Mimiku as well. But yeah, guys. I'm not sure when the next stream will be. Do you think next week or 2 weeks from now? Depending on our schedule.
Yeah, sure. Probably next week would be fine. I should be fine every week. Should be fine every week from now on.
Yeah.
If I don't get sick again for another 6 months. 6 months? 6 weeks, sorry. 6 weeks. 6 weeks. 6 months is too
Same
long.
for me. It is usually just depends on if anything pops up, then you'll see us just next week, next Saturday.
Yeah, not
Same time, 8:30 Central Daylight Time. I guess that's how you say it. And what time? How do you say the time in Singapore? Is it SGT or?
SGT, yeah, SGT. Or normally
SGT.
people just call it Beijing time, so because we have the same time zone.
From like the same
Yeah, Beijing.
time?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. So you guys were like an hour earlier or something?
No, it's because
Didn't know you were like at the same night.
No, in Southeast Asia, we're like 1 hour before that, right? But then Singapore is like, I want to align with China, so we shifted hours. That's why we're the same.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay, politics. Alrighty, guys. So yeah, that should be pretty much it for today. I'm not sure if I'll be streaming later. Maybe if I opt to.
Yeah, I'm gonna see raid people, and then we're gonna call it here.
Yeah. Let's see. Who? Do we rate the same person?
I have someone whom I see like who is online right now. Who is online for you?
Quite a few people.
Give me names. Who are we doing?
Let's see. Oh my God, so many people on right now.
Pick one.
Lord. Okay, there's this awesome VTuber. Her name's Destiny.
Boy, I'm
Okay,
ending.
So there's a Street Fighter VTuber. Stanley President, she's Japanese. Anxio, a Ghost VTuber playing Don't Starve Together. There's some Spanish VTubers we could also rate if you're up to it. There's a new VTuber, Babi Niku, I think that's what it's called when they use a female avatar. Zuki Wookie, it's a cookie VTuber.
Cookie?
Yokaya, yeah, like a cookie. Yokaya, a yokai VTuber, like Oni VTuber. She's pretty awesome. Also, her model, goddamn, her model, I love it. Playing Minecraft.
Minecraft.
Yeah.
Alright, give me a name in DM. I will manually try to attempt a rating.
You know what? I think I'll do Kaya. So let me share her name here. Yokaya. Guys, we'll be rating Yokaya. Your favorite yokai VTuber. She's amazing. Playing Minecraft right now. I'm not sure if she's playing with viewers. It's pretty cozy. Her voice, oh man, her accent. Oh lord. It's just beautiful. But yeah, let's go ahead and check Yokai out. I haven't rated her in years. Probably over 6 months.
Okay.
Will you be raiding her as well?
Yep. So I'm gonna go now. See ya, chat. Thank you for joining us.
Alright,
See you again.
see you
Bye bye.
Get ready, buckle up, and let's enjoy some Yokai stream together. I'll see you guys next time. Maybe a little bit later actually.
Are you gonna stream again? Okay, okay.
Yeah, probably. I'll get something to eat and judge from there.
Okay.
Alright, guys, see you guys.
Bye bye bye.
Bye. Alrighty, Chibi, thank you for joining me again today.
Thank you. I'm dropping off my
Alrighty.
kids at Yokaya's daycare.
Alrighty, see you later then.
Okay, ciao.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.